Hello everyone, it's Kathy with Paper Phenomenon. I'm here with a final review. This is Mr. Benjamin 2. All right, let's not confuse it with Mr. Benjamin 1, which was my original album. So, this is Mr. Benjamin 2, and I'm here with a final review for this album. But I just want to give you a little bit of background for those of you who are not familiar with my Mr. Benjamin album. So, I made this album and I called it Mr. Benjamin, or I call it Mr. Benjamin because it holds 100 photos. Mr. Benjamin, or Benjamin Franklin, is on the $100 bill, so that's why I called it Mr. Benjamin. So it's a really, really simple album. It cannot get any simpler than this. Of course, I arrange my pages where I give you that wow factor, guys, and I always aim for that. Okay, but super duper simple pages. The beauty about the Mr. Benjamin album is that each and every photo mat accommodates the 4x6 photo in both the landscape or the portrait. You can arrange the photo however you want. There is no right or wrong way in this album. So when I made this album, because of its simplicity, I've got my fellow crafters that are pocket crazy ladies. Said, Kathy, I love Mr. Benjamin, but I would love to have some more pockets. So in this album, it's got really simple vertical style pocket and then a horizontal style pocket. I think that's the only pockets in this album. Yeah, that's it. Very, very simple. That's all we got. Then I gave you this deconstructed envelope right here. Okay, in the Mr. Benjamin. So I decided to do a Mr. Benjamin 2 where they mix and match. They are identical in size. The pages are identical in size, but I give you more pocket options in this one. So if you want to combine the two, you can. Like for instance, this one has a plain cover. Here I give you a pocket cover, and you can again mix and match. So if you have Mr. Benjamin 1, you definitely want Mr. Benjamin 2. Now with Mr. Benjamin is 6 pages. I decided to make another album with 3 pages, which I called it Mr. Grant. Mr. Grant is on the $50 bill here. That's why it's called Mr. Grant. All the same in the US currency, in the vein of the US currency. So this one is Mr. Grant because it only has 3 pages. See, 1, 2, 3 hinges, 3 pages for a total of 50 photos. Mr. Benjamin has 6 pages for a total of 100 photos. Okay, so that's a little history on Mr. Benjamin. So for Mr. Benjamin 2, I only did 3 pages, but it holds so many photos. And I've got a little bit of alligator mouth going on here because I use some of these clips here, which create lots of bulk. But I just love these clips and I put them in my album anyway. So let me take you on a tour of Mr. Benjamin 2. Again, a really simple album, guys, but giving you that wow factor still. So I've got a triple pocket assembly here, which holds some photo mats, or I'm thinking if you postcards or cards. If you're making this one for Christmas, you can stick a couple of your Christmas cards in here. If you're doing a travel, you can do some postcards, pamphlets, blah, 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 blah. You can put whatever you want in here, guys. So this opens up. All right, and you have this beautiful deconstructed envelope here where you can put photos right in the cover or any type of collectible that you want. Obviously, that fits in this space right here. And look at how beautiful that closes. I'm all into tidy books, everything that closes nice and neat. I've been doing this for years, and I'm always trying to come up with different ways to give you closures that do not necessarily use a magnet or the little twist closure. So here's another one. This is all a pocketed style closure, kind of in the same vein of my slide and lock mechanism. So there's that one. I did this a couple of albums ago as well. So this is another take on that for you guys. So we're going to open this up here, and it's got this double pocket assembly here that it's beautiful. I've done this, I'm talking about years ago. I've been doing this for almost 10 years, and let's say I did this in probably year 1, but not like this. All right, so what I did this time is I angled the pockets. I created this envelope look, and I did this kind of layering here, which should be very familiar to you guys. But what I do is I update the pockets. All right, so I updated my pockets with these really nice cuts here, and I just give you some different layering effects, and I size things for you all where everything works. Okay, so just really beautiful pocket assemblies here, guys. Trying to keep it very simple so it can look really nice with the Mr. Benjamin 1. However, you get that pocket that you guys want, the interactive element with the pockets. So here I have a simple envelope, and I added this belly band at the end, but you'll see here that it's just a very simple envelope. So this belly band, you can add it or not. Again, 4x6 photos, guys. You can fit several photo mats in here. I just have one because I didn't cut out a bazillion photo mats for this book. You can fit 100 plus photos in this one as well. So the belly band acts as a closure, okay, eliminating the need for the magnet or Velcro or the twist and lock mechanism, whatever, okay? You flip that over, perfect for a 5x7, okay? Here, where did I have this? Oh, I think it was here. Who knows? So you flip that over, and this is all a part of the inside cover. Also something very unique to Paper Phenomenon, where I start my page on the inside cover. So it kind of breaks up the binding mechanism. So that's also a really nice touch when you look at my albums or you get one of my tutorials. Again, very unique to Paper Phenomenon. So here is where the pages and pockets start. So here I've got a flap, and we've got room for photos. On most of these surfaces, you can fit the 4x6 photo, but I like to show you different photo arrangements because obviously the 4x6, that is kind of like stating the obvious. So I want to give you a different style or a different look. So in case you're looking for a different a way to arrange your photos, or this is another way to add more photos to an album without having to add more pages, more flaps, more this, more that. You guys get the idea. So here's this pocket. This pocket goes all the way down. All right, I love the opening in the pocket because you can see, although it's a deep pocket, you can put something large in here. You can still see that 4x6 photo mat. Here, you've got this little pocket here, which is super cute. Another interactive element, a place for 2 photos, and of course you can do the 3x4s and under in this one. You could even do a 3x5 in this one if you wanted to. So it's just really, really cute. And this tab here acts like the closure. And you have a secondary closure here, which is this right here, and it keeps everything tidy. I love that. And when you flip, nothing is flipping and flapping. So Mr. Benjamin 2, more pockets. All right. Here, a nice surface for photos. This is how you can arrange your photos or however you want. You can fit a really nice cropped version of a 8x10 here where the entire page is a photo. Here, I've got a confession for you guys. So, a while years ago, again, gosh, I should have taken note of the year. But for those of you who have followed me for a long time, I made a project called the Merce. That's a mail purse. One of my least popular projects. All of my kits sold out, but it was very targeted. There was people who loved it and people who just didn't have a need for it. And I made some really great pockets in that particular album. So I took that style of pocket, one of the styles of pockets in that particular album, and I redid it and sized it for this album, and it looks completely different. But I got the inspiration from one of my own albums. So this is what I called a layered pocket. And it's very interesting, and you'll take a look at it in a minute. But I want to show you that here with the bumpers, how you can absolutely make those photos areas. And I have a photo here of my hubby's. This is my hubby's office where he has a bunch of collectibles, and you can see where you can absolutely do a photo here, and it's going to look dynamite. So consider these areas not just for function, but for photos as well. It really, truly, truly works. Okay? So just consider that. you can, of course, you can put pattern paper, but just so you can get more photos in there, go for it. I'll go over the paper with you guys here in just a minute. Where did this come from? I don't know where it did. Oh, this was here, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Um, so yeah, let me continue. So this pocket is for 4x6s. Okay, and of course in under. You cannot fit two 4x6s side by side in this book because it just won't fit. That's 12 inches. So what I did is I stacked my pockets in a way where they're overlapping, but still I have that 4x6 space, two pockets. So they're individual slots, if you will, or individual spaces for the pocket, and this is just fantastic. So again, this is another one of my least popular projects. Yes, I've had some projects that have not been popular, and some that I'm not proud of as well. So I do have those. The Merce was a great project, but again, it was very targeted. You either loved it, you had a need for it, or you didn't. So I took the idea from that album. It was a really small album and I wanted a way to fit more photos. So I did my pockets like that and it turned out fantastic. So I went ahead and I duplicated that here. So next page, moving on, some more pockets. Here, I love the idea of an oversized tab. So I offset my closure a little bit more in the page, and you can do an oversized tab here if you want to. Again, for 4x6 photos, you can use your flaps as areas for photos as I'm depicting right here. And another envelope. We all love a good envelope. Lots of room for 4x6s. You can do several 4x6s in here because of the way I sized the envelope. So it's very nice. Here, another room for 5x7, or you can break it up. All right, and look at how fabulous that looks. And I promise I will tell you all about this paper soon. So here in the center fold, again, something that's also very unique to Paper Phenomenon, where I give you a unique center fold in the album. It's not the same as every other page. So here in the center fold, I gave you this fabulous, let me just make some room here, accordion, where you have all of this room for pictures. So let me take it panel by panel. So there's that one panel. Of course, 4x6 in both the landscape and the portrait, as you can see here, or 3x4s, 2x2s, 2x3s. Just look at the variation in photo here, how super interesting this is going to be to look at. You can add embellishments, you can add whatever you want, guys, and then that just closes up nice and tidy. You have to be very careful with how much embellishing you do here because it will load up your album very, very quickly. So here, let's take a look at one panel at a time. Here's those clips that I was talking to you about. So here's the landscape photos here, and I believe I showed you here the portrait, so you can do both ways. Okay, and check out that panel. This panel here, so it's just one of those little the tags or journaling spots. So I'm not a big journaling person. 2, there are no lines on here. My writing would be all over the place. And 3, this wasn't that interesting for me. Just looking at it, it wasn't interesting. So I decided to make it interesting. So I sliced right into the image, what I call Paper Phenomenon signature cut. And we've got a circle there that's an insertion point for some photos and an anchor for a few more embellishments. So I think that worked out really nice. Hopefully you like that. And here, I created an insertion point with 2 photo mats. We can do 4x6s in there and or a large photo. Okay. So that's it. That's what I got for you. This is inside this album. Isn't that just amazing? So it's a page in the album. And then you get this freestanding pocket here that you can put multiple photo mats in here, either this away or this away. Look how cute that photo mat. Dynamite. And that turns over, and then the book repeats itself. So we have this multi-tiered pocket here where this pocket is the full page, but I break it up. So we don't lose the full page, the depth of the page at all. But instead of just having plain pattern paper throughout the span of this pocket, I went ahead and I broke it up, and it looks super duper interesting. And then I go ahead and I close everything up with just a super quick photo mat, anything you want. So can you see that I've barely used any embellishments here or paper? I want you to see what it will look like with photos. You can always omit any of these photo mats and you can embellish however you want, but this is all about the photo, and it will look stunning regardless with very little embellishing. Large photo. Again, here's that layered pocket that I really, really love. Love the matting on here, guys. Look at how beautiful that turned out. We've got some sentiments here. I did a little 3 circles here with a punch just to fill in that gap, and I did my style of matting, which is color blocking, and it turned out really pretty. You flip that open and you have room for more photos. Deconstructed envelope, room for more photos. Just again, all about the photos, clear defining areas for photographs, and just fun little tug away places. Look at that. I mean, this is just a wonderful, wonderful album. And again, you can fit 100 photos in here too. I would say you could fit 100 plus photos in here easy. And then you flip that over. There's your little flap for photos, oversized tab, if you will, envelope once again. And then you've got the fabulous stacked pocket here, or pull down pocket, if you will, right here in the back. All right, so Mr. Benjamin 2, I hope you love it. Remember, Mr. Benjamin 2 complements or is a part of the original Mr. Benjamin. So it's a completely separate project. You can pick it up if you want to. It's not, obviously it's not a must, but if you want to maximize the look of your pages for Mr. Benjamin, you can absolutely pick them up both and have all of these page styles that fit within one album. So hopefully you love it. The paper. This is, I use the entire collection here for the 7 Dots Studio Writer's Block collection. And then I use a couple of sheets from the 7 Dots Studio Dreamscape collection, just a couple sheets. And these are the paper collections I use in my Kit Club EKC 20. And that stands for Everyday Kit Club 20. So beautiful papers. The cardstock I use here is the Paper Phenomenon Maker Basics, and you can find that on my website, and I will link you all down below if you want to give my cardstock a try. This is Kathy with Paper Phenomenon, and until next time,